And there's a lot of capital that has gone into this. And when you start looking at the CapEx numbers needed, we saw a Google equity raise for 80 billion this week, boys. I don't think that anybody in their mind
From
5 years
Berkshire.
ago would have ever thought they'd see another equity raise out of Google ever again. This is only the third one they've ever done. And I think that gave some pause to the market. I think people were like, oh, and it's funny because on my Sunday show of Benny and the Squirrel, I said that to the squirrel. I said, you know what? You might be surprised. We might be getting close to seeing some Meg 7 equity offerings. And he looked at me like I was crazy. And there we go on Monday. And I think now people are like, oh, wow, why are they doing this? They didn't disclose exactly why they're doing it. There's speculation. Well, if SpaceX fails, they could buy SpaceX. Or maybe they're just getting in front of the SpaceX and they're getting in front of the OpenAI. I don't know. They didn't consult me, but I'm just telling you that there's a signaling aspect to them doing such a large amount of deal. And, there's a lot of debt funding going on in this, but I think that people can also take it as, oh, maybe the credit market, especially the private credit market, isn't quite there as much as people like to think it is. Because if you look at credit spreads, they're kind of tight in the broad market, but under the surface, we see things like Cliffwater and some of these private credit funds, 10% redemptions, 17% redemptions, constant redemptions. And basically, that could be them getting in front of this because they see, when we talk about markets, well, I like to think of them in terms of states, right? Right now, we're in a risk on capital markets wide open state.